So Mount Kenya is the second highest mountain in Africa behind Kilimanjaro, and it's an absolute hidden gem. It receives far fewer visitors than what Kilimanjaro does, so you can be on your trek and feel like you've got the whole mountain to yourself at times. It's therefore perfectly suited for those who are looking for a wild, secluded adventure where you can enjoy nature at its finest, but still obviously challenging yourself on a true mountain hike. So our trips to Mount Kenya take place in October, and we have registrations open for both our 2023 climbs and also 2024 climbs, so you can really sort of give yourself something to look forward to. The exact dates of the trip will be confirmed at least 6 months prior to the trip, but will be within the 72-hour window, which you can see on the screen itself. So for this challenge, there's a registration fee of £295, and again split into 2 instalments. So initial £195 up front, and then a remaining £100 afterwards, which is due 6 months before your challenge. And the fundraising target is £2,600. So again, this can be fully fundraised, it can be part self-funded and part self-fundraised, or it can be fully self-funded. Again, the decision is yours. But it includes the donation to Dig Deep, and also your in-country trip costs, including your accommodation, your transport, and also your climb costs themselves. Flights are not included on our trips, so you can book these at your leisure, but we'll provide best value recommendations with our flight partner, Trailfinders. So Mount Kenya is an incredibly beautiful and green mountain, and you'll be trekking on the 5-day Tagoria route up to the trekking summit of Point Lanana, which is at 4,985 meters, so about 1,000 meters less than Kilimanjaro. It is a very quiet and untouched mountain, so you won't see many other climbers other than your own climb group along the trek, meaning that you can fully immerse yourself within the nature. And along the Tagoria route, you'll see stunning landscapes, including beautiful glacial lakes, such as Lake Ellis here, where you actually spend one of your nights on the mountain beside. So each night you'll be camping in tents where you can experience some incredible night skies above you. And your crew will be setting up your camps, and they'll also be preparing some amazing food. So you'll have camp chefs and porters and guides as before. And the chefs are preparing some amazing 3 meals a day to keep you fueled all the way to the summit. And all dietary requirements can also be catered for. You'll pass through the gorgeous valley and be flanked either side by impressive rocky peaks, and you'll see the path winding out in front of you. And when you get back to the valley, you can look back and see just how far you've come. You will then pass through the Northern Moorlands, which is a signature of Mount Kenya's green landscape. And this lush landscape is a result of it being one of the primary water towers of Kenya. So you'll pass numerous glaciers and lakes throughout your hike, as well as a huge array of weird plants and native wildlife, including everyone's favorite, the rock hyrax, which is basically a giant guinea pig, but you'll see these little creatures all the way up in your camps around sort of 4,000 meters in height as well. And then Sim Summit night will be extra special again, as you'll start your hike at night. So you'll begin around 2 a.m. With the attempt to reach Point Lanana for sunrise. So we no doubt this will be your hardest push on the mountain. It'll be cold, it'll be dark, and at times a little bit disorientating. But you'll be joined by an amazing crew and obviously your fellow team members to push each other all the way to the top. As the sun rises, you'll see that the rocky path to the summit glows red, and you'll have the most incredible views out across the Kenyan landscape. The hike to the summit is a bit of a scramble, so you really do get that sense of personal accomplishment by sort of scrambling your way to the top and then reaching the summit. So then this can also be you, basking in the sun-soaked rocky summit at the top of Kenya's largest mountain. And celebrating your achievement with all the sort of fellow climbers around you is, again, something that you remember forever. So Toby's quote here really does sort of epitomise, I think, what you'll experience at this point. So obviously, you'll be feeling that sort of emotion of going through your climb, but also looking back at all your fundraising as well. And actually what that's achieved over in Kenya is something that's actually super, super special to sort of remember at this moment. And this brings us nicely to our Walk for Water trip. So this is not as physically challenging as our mountain adventures, but is instead a true cultural experience where you can explore the beauty of Bomet County and spend time with the communities that you will have supported through your fundraising. So we run these trips twice a year, with registrations open again for our 2023 and 2024 events, but this is limited to a maximum group size of 20 people on each trip. So it really is an exclusive opportunity for those most passionate about the cause to see firsthand what your fundraising is making possible in Kenya. For these trips, there's a registration fee of £240 and a fundraising target of £2,500, which includes donation to Dig Deep and also your in-country trip costs. So flights are not included, but we do recommend best value recommendations for you to fit in with your itinerary. And this money can be fully fundraised, part self-funded, or fully self-funded, but is due 8 weeks prior to the start of your trip. So the dates will be confirmed at least 6 months prior to the start of your trip, but it will be within the 72-hour window, which you can see listed on the screen at those dates. So the way the trip will work is you will land in Nairobi, and after an overnight stay, you will then travel across the country to Bomet County. It'll be approximately sort of 6-hour drive, and will give you the chance to see a lot of the Kenyan landscape along the way. You will arrive in Endonai, which is in Bomet County, and you'll be greeted by our Kenya staff team at our HQ, which is on Endonai High Street. This is a bustling environment, so you can straight away visit the local markets and feel right at the heart of the community. Throughout your stay, you'll be camping in local community grounds, and you have a team of chefs serving you some freshly cooked meals each day, and you can have drinks around a campfire in the evening and sleep under the stars in the heart of Bomet County. The best part about this trip is for the next few days, you will be walking through the heart of Bomet, visiting the community and seeing a selection of both our pipeline projects, where we're yet to work, so you can see the issues that we're trying to fix, as well as projects which have been completed, including spring protection projects, community projects, and also school projects as well. And throughout these visits, our Kenya team will talk you through exactly what has been done and the impact that can have, and also what is next in our pipeline. And you can also chat to the members of the community that may be around, or school teachers or school children, to understand from their point of view the impact that this project has had for them. As I said before, though, this is not a physical challenge in the scale of mountain challenges, but there is an element of physical exertion for you. It is walk for water at the end of the day. So you'll be spending the days walking around the community between projects and campsites, which will give you the chance to truly immerse yourself within the community and get off the beaten track. You'll be walking roughly sort of 10 to 15 kilometers, and it will be hot, so do be prepared to break into a sweat. But you'll be passing through local villages, and you'll meet lots of people along the way, and many of them will join you on your walk. And one day you'll walk up a place called a Bosie Hill, which gives you these stunning views stretching out into the distance and all the way into the Mara. We will also bring you to an opening ceremony for one of the projects that we've completed. And this gives you a chance to join in the celebrations with various school children and families who will benefit from the project, which are made possible by supporters like you. As you can see, it'll be a big party with lots of singing and dancing. So it's a chance for the community to really sort of pass on their gratitude and show what it means for them to obviously finally have clean water or some safe toilets. So be prepared to get on your dancing shoes and celebrate not only with the community for the completion of their projects, but obviously also for the completion of your walk as well. And it's no better way to sort of round off your experience in Bomet than their school celebration at the end of the trip. As with any of our overseas trips, you can choose to either head home afterwards, or you can spend some more time exploring more of what East Africa has to offer. And that may include an amazing safari in some of the various national parks, or head to the beautiful Indian Ocean and experience the coast of Diani or the little island of Zanzibar off the coast. We have long-term trusted suppliers who organise some amazing value packages who we can put you in touch with, so you can add these onto your trip at your leisure if you wish to. Now, I'm sure you probably like us and find it difficult to choose between whether you're doing a mountain challenge or that sort of cultural experience in Bomet County. And this is why we put together a bit of a bumper package to give you the opportunity to basically do both in one in a fully rounded 14-day adventure. So this is available on our October dates, where you can start off by climbing Mount Kenya and then head over to Bomet County and enjoy sort of meeting the communities that your fundraising help to support on our Walk for Water trip. So this is going to be reserved for a maximum of 20 people, but to book your place, you pay a registration fee of £295. That's £195 initially, and then the remaining balance of £100 paid by the end of March. And you then have a combined fundraising target of £3,250 to raise for both packages. Now, this is a £1,850 discount compared to completing both trips separately. So it's an amazing deal. And like I said, it's a very exclusive opportunity with a maximum of 20 places available. Some of these places have already gone. So if there's something that you're definitely interested in doing, then I would urge you to sign up sooner rather than later before those places go. We believe that every resident in Kenya, including the young children you can see from Chakeke Primary School on the screen here, have the fundamental right to access clean water, safe toilets and good hygiene. Now, we focus our work in one region of Kenya, a place called Bomet County, which is in the southwest, and it's a beautiful rural county home to approximately 1 million residents. Across this county, though, about 65% of people lack access to a clean and reliable water source. You'll be supporting our team in Kenya, who are pictured on the screen now, to work in strong partnerships with local communities and local governments to vastly accelerate access to clean water, safe toilets and good hygiene for every resident in Bomet County. And we're doing this in a variety of different ways. The first one being by designing, building and protecting large-scale water systems to provide a reliable clean water source to thousands every day. Also to training households how to construct their own latrines to end open defecation and reduce the spread of disease. For developing new school curriculums and community outreach training to bring vital hygiene messages and practices to the community. But ultimately, we are working to support our partners in Bomet County government to commit to their target of reaching all 1 million people in the county by 2036. So we have a historic partnership that sees us pool our resources together in a co-funding agreement to ensure that we can reach more people than ever before. So these plans are all set out in the Bomet County Water Sanitation Hygiene Roadmap, which our team launched with the Governor in July 2022. So it's an incredibly exciting time for the charity, and obviously love for you to sort of join us on this journey as we enter into obviously the most important part of our existence basically as a charity in partnership with this government. So that is obviously a very small snapshot of the work that our incredible team in Kenya are achieving because of supporters like yourselves. But I would urge you to head to our website, read a little bit more about obviously dig deep on what your support will be making possible. Now, we've got an experienced challenges team who have done multiple of these fundraising challenges themselves in the past, and have also years of experience of supporting hundreds of other people like yourselves to succeed in their own fundraising challenges. So you're not just left alone to figure it out for yourself. You have access to fundraising resources online, so a whole pack full of fundraising ideas and our fundraising guides. No matter what your skills or interests are, you'll find something for you. We also have a monthly fundraising newsletter, which will give you fundraising ideas for that particular month, and also a regular blog series and sort of online webinars which you can attend to find out a little bit more about events and things you can get involved in. And if that wasn't enough, you can of course access one-to-one support from our experienced challenges team, who are on hand Monday to Friday 9 to 5 to guide and support you along the way. Ultimately, we know the better our fundraisers are supported, the more funds that can be raised for our charitable objectives, and the better experience that our fundraisers will have as a result. So everyone's a winner when we're all working towards the same goal. So we're not going to leave you to do it. We're there to support you every step of the way.